Welcome to the spoken tutorial on basics of working with objects in LibreOffice Draw. In this tutorial, you will learn how to cut, copy, paste objects, resize objects dynamically using handles, arrange objects, group and ungroup objects, edit individual objects in a group, move objects within a group. Here we are using Ubuntu Linux version 10.04 and LibreOffice Suite version 3.3.4. Let us open the water cycle file which we had saved on the desktop. Now let's copy and paste 3 more clouds to this picture. First select the cloud, then right-click to view the context menu and click Copy. Then place the cursor on the page, right-click for the context menu again and click Paste. But we can see only one cloud. Where is the cloud that we copied and pasted? The copied cloud has been pasted on top of the original cloud. Let us select the cloud and move it to the left. Let us create one more cloud in the same manner. Select the cloud, right-click for the context menu and click Copy. Right-click again for the context menu and click Paste. Now select the copied cloud and move it to the left. We can also use shortcut keys to make copies of the objects. Ctrl+C to copy an object, Ctrl+V to paste an object, Ctrl+X to cut an object. Select the cloud and press Ctrl and C keys together. The cloud has been copied. To paste, press Ctrl and V keys together. Now select the cloud and move it to the desired location. Pause this tutorial and do this assignment. Add 2 pages to your draw file. Draw 2 objects on page 1. Copy an object from page 1 to page 2. Check where the copied object is placed. Cut an object and paste it. You can use the shortcut keys for this purpose. Check if a copy of the object is made when you cut it. Let us reduce the size of this cloud. So first select it. Now the handles are visible. Next, place the cursor on one of the corner handles till arrowhead is visible. Now hold the left mouse button and drag the arrow inward to make the cloud smaller. To enlarge it, drag the arrow outward. To make this arrow longer, first select it. Now move the cursor over one of the handles. A small transparent arrow with a square beneath appears at the cursor tip. Now press the Shift key on the keyboard. Hold the left mouse button and using the arrow's handle, drag it down. It's much easier to resize the object if you press the Shift key also, isn't it? Resizing using the handles of an object is called dynamic resizing. This means we do not use exact measurements. We will learn to exactly resize objects in later tutorials. In a similar manner, let's increase the width of this rectangle. Select the rectangle, press the Shift key on the keyboard and drag it upward. Look at the status bar at the bottom of the draw window. Note that when we resize the rectangle again, the dimensions change. The status bar shows the change in position and dimension of the object. Now let's arrange the clouds and the sun as shown here. To identify the clouds, let's number them 1, 2, 3, 4, starting from the left to right. To insert the numbers, let's select this cloud. Double-click and type 1. Similarly, let's number the other clouds too. Now, let's select cloud 4 and place it over the sun. To send it behind the sun, right-click on the cloud for the context menu. Click Arrange and select Send Backward. Cloud 4 is now behind the sun. Send backward sends an object one layer behind the present one. Now let's select cloud 3 and place it above the sun. Right-click for the context menu, click Arrange and select Send to Back. Cloud 3 is now behind both the sun and cloud 4. Send to Back sends an object to the last layer. It now becomes simple to arrange the clouds as shown in the slide. Let's select cloud 4, right-click for context menu, click Arrange and select Bring to Front. Bring to Front brings an object to the first layer. Then select cloud 3, right-click for context menu, click Arrange and select Bring Forward. Bring Forward brings an object one layer ahead. Now select cloud 2 and place it on cloud 1. The clouds are arranged as shown in the slide. Next, let's delete the numbers from the clouds. To do so, select the cloud and double-click. Then, select the number and press the Delete key on the keyboard. Pause the tutorial here for this assignment. Draw a circle, a square and a star and place them as shown below. Select each object and apply each option from the Arrange menu. Check how the placements of figures change for each option. Now place the objects as shown on this slide and check the Bring to Front and Send to Back options. Next, let's add trees like the one shown in this slide to the water cycle diagram. We shall draw a tree using a block arrow and an explosion. Let us add a new page to this draw file by clicking on Insert and then on Slide. This will add a new page to our file. To draw the trunk of the tree, from the drawing toolbar, select Block Arrows. Click on the small black triangle to see the available shapes and select Split Arrow. Place the cursor on the page, hold the left mouse button and drag downwards and sideways. You have drawn a tree trunk with 2 branches. Let us add leaves to the branch. Select Stars from the drawing toolbar. Then click on the small black triangle and select Explosion. Now move to the draw page, place the cursor on the left branch of the arrow. Hold the left mouse button and drag left to draw the shape. So we have added leaves to the tree. We shall copy the shape to the right branch of the tree also. Select the shape. On the keyboard, press the Ctrl and C keys to copy. Then press Ctrl and V keys to paste. Now move the shape to the right branch of the tree. We have drawn a tree. Let us select the tree and move it down. Only the tree trunk moves down, the leaves don't. Here, the tree trunk and the 2 leaves are treated as separate objects. Let's move the tree trunk back to where it was. Let's learn how to group the tree trunk and the 2 leaves into a single unit. Any change made to a group is applied to all the objects within the group. First, click on the page so that none of the objects are selected. Then, from the drawing toolbar, click Select. Move the cursor to the page and click on the page. Now press the left mouse button and drag so that all the objects are selected. You will see a dotted rectangle. Ensure all the objects of the tree are selected within this rectangle. Alternately, you can select 2 or more objects by pressing the Shift key and then clicking on each object. Right-click for the context menu and select Group. Now, click on any object in the tree. The handles appear as if they are a part of a single object. These objects are now treated as a single unit. To ungroup them as separate objects, select the tree, right-click and select Ungroup. The objects are now ungrouped and are treated as 3 separate objects. Let's group them again. Press the Shift key and select the objects one after another. Right-click and select Group. Let's copy the tree to page 1, which is our main drawing page. So Ctrl and C to copy, click on page 1 and Ctrl and V to paste. Now suppose we want to edit a single object within a group. What do we do? Let me demonstrate a simple way to do this without having to ungroup and regroup the objects. Select the group and right-click for the context menu. Select Enter Group. Notice that all the objects outside the group are disabled. Only the objects within the group can be edited. For example, let's select the leaves on the right side of the tree and reduce the size. Let's press Ctrl plus Z to undo this and proceed further. Now we should reduce the size of the tree so that it fits in the water cycle drawing. So we have to exit the edit mode of the group. To exit the group, place the cursor on the page. Right-click and select Exit Group. We are now out of the edit mode for the group. Select the tree and move the cursor over the bottom right handle. The cursor turns into a resizing arrow. Drag the arrow inwards, and we have reduced the size of the whole tree. Let's add 3 more trees to this picture. Select the tree and Ctrl and C to copy, Ctrl and V 3 times to paste. This will create 3 copies of the tree. Now we will move them to the desired location. Repeat these steps for all the trees. Now remember, each tree is made up of 3 objects. Each tree is also a group by itself. We have created groups of objects. Let us now add the water body to the drawing. To give the effect of water, we shall add a triangle next to the rectangle and then add a curve. To draw a triangle, select Basic Shapes from the drawing toolbar. Click on the small black triangle and select Right Triangle. Let us draw it and place it next to the rectangle. Now let us draw a curve filled with color to show the movement of water. From the drawing toolbar, select Curve. Now click on Free Form Line Filled. Then place the cursor on top of the triangle. Hold the left mouse button and drag it down. Let's adjust the curve so that it looks like flowing water. The triangle and the curve together create water. Let's group them as a single object. From the drawing toolbar, click Select. Now move the cursor to the page, press the left mouse button and drag to cover the triangle and the curve. Right-click and select Group. We have now created the basic outline of the water cycle. Here is another assignment for you. Create this picture on your own. This brings us to the end of this tutorial on Draw. In this tutorial, you have learned the basics of working with objects. You have learned to cut, copy, paste objects, resize objects dynamically using handles, arrange objects, group and ungroup objects, edit individual objects in a group, move objects within a group. Watch the video available at the following link. It summarizes the spoken tutorial project. If you do not have good bandwidth, you can download and watch it. The Spoken Tutorial Project team conducts workshops using spoken tutorials, gives certificates for those who pass an online test. For more details, please write to contact@spoken-tutorial.org. Spoken Tutorial Project is a part of the Talk to a Teacher project. It is supported by the National Mission on Education through ICT MHRD, Government of India. More information on this mission is available at spoken-tutorial.org/nmeict-intro. This tutorial has been contributed by Daisy Crew Solutions Private Limited. Thanks for joining.